My name is Autumn Shafer, and my title is Assistant Professor. I'm in the Department of Public Relations. This is my second year at Tech. Myself and two other professors in journalism just got a small grant from the Komen Tissue Bank to actually work to encourage Asian American women to donate healthy breast tissue that can be used in breast cancer research. We worked with the Komen Tissue Bank to set up a plan for a campaign that's going to encourage Asian American women, and we're actually starting that right now. So we're going to be talking with women and figuring out what is it that's holding them back from donating and how can we better explain the process. And so it's a really great collaboration between sort of communication and more traditional like science research on breast cancer. Another project that I'm doing with another faculty member here is looking at some sexual health information and how best to present it. So my dissertation focused on 16 and pregnant, so we're looking at sort of how popular media contributes to the teen pregnancy phenomenon and whether shows like 16 and pregnant that sort of present this real life experiences of teens who are pregnant help other teens to potentially want to avoid those situations, or whether they actually glamorize teen pregnancies. One of the projects I've just recently completed was a 2-year project trying to help parents of children with eating disorders. Essentially, parents of children with eating disorders are the main caregivers for their children. They're feeding them every meal. They're monitoring what they do. It can be very stressful for parents and very sort of anxiety-ridden and time-consuming. And we were approached by the Duke Center for Eating Disorders and the University of North Carolina Eating Disorder Center to help develop messages aimed at parents that would convince parents to do sort of stress relief activities. Because if they have a lower stress and anxiety level, they're actually going to be better caregivers. And that probably makes common sense to anybody. You can think about any time you've been a caregiver, even for a friend who maybe broke their leg or something. It can be very stressful, and if you're in the right frame of mind, you can actually do a better job at it. I think there's a few ways that this type of health communication research can benefit the college and the university and as a whole. So first of all, projects like the Komen Tissue Bank project, which is trying to promote breast cancer research and help people all over the nation that do that type of research, I think it would be hard-pressed to find any student or faculty member that isn't touched by breast cancer in some way. So it helps on a very personal level, but it also has a societal benefit. And the fact that we're working on that here, we're the only people working on that in the whole nation, I think does bring some notoriety to the college. It's also a project between departments, so that's very interesting and encourages that type of collaboration. Some of the more experimental or laboratory health communication projects that I've done, like trying to figure out the best way to message STD testing, I think actually encourage more graduate students to come to the college because they're very interested in sort of that cutting edge theory type research. And when they hear that that type of stuff is going on here, especially because we have such great equipment here in the college to do that type of stuff with, I think it promotes more graduate students to come in. So recently we've actually formed a collaboration of 6 of us faculty members here who do health communication research, runs the gamut. Some people focus on sort of media selection, other folks focusing on media effects with health communication. But we meet every other Wednesday and we work with graduate students as well to really promote health communication here at Texas Tech. And one of our big challenges and opportunities that we're working on as a group is applying for a number of grants, which will again support graduate students and also be able to make our research have more of a national stage for our research and be able to do larger research projects.